Alrighty, we are back. It is a nice early Monday morning, and we're going to do a quick stream today. This is the wonderful format where I just talk to myself for a couple hours, or maybe, hopefully not that long today. We're only going to play a little bit. And yeah, so I'm thinking we're going to do some polls. After that, maybe I'll go over some questions I see nonstop on the Discord here. So I'll have to cut some of those like the question segment into a short video that people can just repost. So we got a brand new reset here. It's just a little bit after server time. Let's see. So we got all of our weeklies to do here. I did a little bit of power leveling in the last couple days. We got all the characters up to 35. We have some like real attachments on them. Xiaomi is desperate for a good weapon. This one I'm just like using as a placeholder because I don't have any 4-star weapons. But we're gonna try and rectify all that. So let's just go ahead and start gambling right now, and then I'll just we'll figure out. We are guaranteed something. Let's find out what it is. Oh, right off the bat. Didn't have to go to hard pity. What could it be? Okay, new character. Alright, so we got AK Alpha here. Pretty good unit overall. Oh, and we even got another duplicate here. Still desperately need a weapon though. Pretty cool. Not bad at all. We're gonna dump this other 10 here, just really trying to get a submachine gun of some kind. Another fortification for Groza here. She's getting up there. I think this is like her 4th or 5th fortification now. Still no weapon though. Quite the conundrum. Alright, let's see what her fortification is. Oh, never mind, I lied. That must have been when I was in closed beta. It was when she had so many fortifications here, segments. I don't really know what the official naming scheme that everyone's going to use. Constellations, fortifications, eidolon, segments, who knows. But yeah, we're only at 2. This says I got... Oh, this... Yeah, never mind. This is for the tier 1 weapon. This is not bad either, because you usually spam her ability for 2 reasons. One, you're usually using it for the hydro damage for phase breaking people. So it's nice to be able to do multiple action supports in a turn. And with the fix key, where is it? I can show you that. Here it is. Fix key. I believe it's this one, yeah, so you can like AoE heal everyone around you, so you can stand next to someone who's like really damaged or like on the other side of the arena and essentially heal 2 people or heal that really damaged one like all the way to full. And then you just use that on cooldown because it's literally just a 1-turn cooldown. It doesn't use up any confectants. It's just like, it's probably her best ability and it does the most damage. So not a bad fortification to have. So that brings us back to the gambling. So, as usual, the gambling's a little awkward for the banner here. So I didn't get any weapons. I'm still desperately in need of a submachine gun. Now I have a choice. I can roll a couple times on this banner for the sole reason of A, this sword is actually really good. So Corla could use it. And the other is that 50 cal for Nemesis, which I use all the time, and MP7. So I can finally get myself the 4-star MP7. Now I know this is her signature one, but I don't actually think I would get one. So it turns into a, would I rather have 1 out of 3 chance of getting the weapon I want, which would be in this case the Xiaomi submachine gun. Oops, too far. Or would I rather have a 3 out of 3 chance where one of these weapons is useful for somebody? So maybe we'll come back and circle in on this. I also have, I went ahead and bought myself one of these wonderful little battle passes here, which I'll be able to get one of these later this week. So, but I'm unsure which one I'm gonna grab. I think it actually might be the sniper, but I'm not 100% on that. So we're gonna hold off, and I think actually, yeah, you can also get a 4-star weapon. So when I get to battle pass level 30 here, I can just grab whichever 2 that I need. So I'm a little reluctant to roll on that limited weapon banner. So okay, let's power through some content real quick. What's this trying to annoy me about? Well, yeah, new little icons and crap. Go away. And then we have this notification. What's this about? Oh yeah, new character without a weapon. I don't think I have a normal. I don't. Let me take this from her though. Why does it think I have a spare? Sorry, you're just gonna be. Oh, it wants me to calibrate it. That's why. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, none of that. Okay. Let's get some stuff done for the day. We'll do some PvP real quick. Look at that. 17 losses in PvP. God, I'm the worst PvPer of all time. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to go back to boot camp. Maybe I can beat this guy though on offense. My defense is horrible. Am I gonna skill issue somebody? No. Nope. This guy's a real pro player. He knows what's up. Jokes aside, this is actually what you should be doing. For those of you who aren't aware, there's really no benefit to putting a high team. I'll just explain it real quick. I'll show you once I get out of here. It's pretty straightforward. There's really no benefit to having a hard team to beat because you don't lose anything when you lose. So let me show you here. Once again, for people who missed it in the previous streams or just like haven't been paying attention, when you lose a match, you don't actually lose any ranking. The ranking only comes when you defeat an opponent. So like, why would I fight this guy here with his tryhard team when I could have just fought that other guy, right? So it's kind of like the gentlemanly thing to do. Like, you put up a crappy defense of like your lowest level character, they smash it real quick, everyone gets rank, nobody loses rank, and there's just no downsides. So, you know, that's the utopia everyone wants to see. We're gonna do the refresh. So if you get a bunch of people that like are crap, like have like a bunch of tryhards, just hit refresh here, and then you'll eventually bump into someone like this gentleman here. I said making the world a better place, one PvP match at a time. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but like I said in my previous streams, this is just, I hate PvP in gacha games, and they tried something. I just hope they never try it again. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to rant about it again. So. Like I said, luckily they made it so that everyone can be like this and be a bro and just hand wins to each other. That is the one nice thing. They didn't double down, because they could have changed it, right? The devs could have been like, no, you will PvP and you will lose rank if you don't put up your best units. And luckily they didn't do anything silly like that. Do I try and get a 12 victory or a 10? Let's try for the 12. Ah, an 11. Here we go. This is close enough. Split the difference. Yeah, and if you used up all 5 of those refreshes, you can just wait. I think it's like an hour per, and they'll build back up. So, like, if you didn't like your choices, come back later in the day, and then you'll have a chance to do 5 more choices. Oh my goodness. There we go. So we go. There we go. PvP all done. I ranked up. The other guys didn't lose any points. We're all best buds. I'll refresh here, see if I get anybody good for the next one tomorrow. This guy. Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Lord Arbiter. Collect our rewards real quick. And because really what you want to do is you're trying to at least get to add up 5. But like these are just like free rewards, right? Every I think week they reset too. Yeah, the weekly rewards reset obviously every week, and I think these are one times. Yeah, I want to say they're one times. So the highest rank for the week, you get that many collapsed crystals. So free currency. What else we got? Boss fight. I'm gonna wait to do this because I want to level up a bunch so I can do the higher tier versions of this. I could probably do this one right now and get this one mission finished, but the next time I go to tier 4, he's gonna go up like 6 levels again, so I might as well just wait till it's the end of the week and I've leveled all my characters up as much as they can for the week, and then I just try it 3 times in a row. Boss fight, Neural Sim. I could do this, but I don't need to right now. We did all this. Let's do the limited time event. We're just gonna dump this real quick. So people who haven't done it yet, you go through the main story here, and I would highly suggest doing this ASAP at this point, because now you're gonna be at the point where you're gonna start missing stuff out. Do this quest. You only need to be like level 20 to complete this. And to be honest, if you want to do this last mission, there's a boss that's like level 26. Don't be intimidated. You can just use support units. Just go on your... Yeah, let me show you real quick. So I'm repeating myself for the benefit of the viewers who are not watching, because nobody watches these live streams. But in case someone comes across this by accident in the next week or so, while this event is still active. So when you have an event like this, or when you have like a really tough boss battle like this, if you're under leveled, right, you could get to this fight easily with level 20 characters. But it is kind of like a DPS check, because the bosses have a lot of HP. All you gotta do is go to support here, and just this is my friends list, because I have a ton of people on the friends list, but this will just be random people for you if you don't have any friends, just like in real life. Just pick whichever one has this huge combat rating, like this guy. This Xinjiang will just absolutely fucking destroy the boss. Like, what's he got? 1200? Yeah, 1200 attack? Jesus Christ. Calm down, dude. Yeah, he'll just shred the boss. He'll kill him in like 3 hits. So that's how you would do this mission if you were like way under leveled. Just grab a support powerhouse or like a DPS unit from somebody else, and just like smash your way to victory. And then after you do this, so after you complete the main story here, you can unlock hard mode. This was the whole point of what I was showing. And then as you do these missions, you get to spend these little daily vouchers. You get 3 a day. Essentially all you do. It doesn't really matter which one you do. They all give you the same amount after you've cleared them once. Just auto them. Boom, 3, get 3,360. If I can do math right. I'm sorry, 1,680, because I had spent 6 last time, not 3. And they use that to buy stuff from the shop here. The reason I'm saying you should probably do this ASAP, because while this stuff up here has a limited quantity, like you'll be able to purchase it all. These are not. These are unlimited. You can just buy as many as you have of this resource for. So once you buy out the shop here, just dump all your extras into free combat reports and blueprints. So, and this is like essentially free because it doesn't cost you anything to do it. You just hit that auto battle button every day. It doesn't even cost you time. So we'll do that. What other daily things do we need to do? Oh, this is the PvP rank, I think. Yep. Thank you for playing PvP. Battle Pass. What do they want? Enter server room. What else? 60 or 80 points. I got to do the dailies. And the dailies require me to spend intel, right? Yes. Let's go ahead and we'll just farm some attachments real quick. I think I still need a decent attachment for Nemesis. I want to say scope. Let's do 4. Now I know those of you who had a keen eye saw that I'm doing a different special effect than what you see a lot of people recommending. I have reasons for that. I'm not going to go into it for a big long explanation. I know everyone's recommending you farm Phase Strike. I have reasons for believing that's not entirely accurate. At worst case scenario, you're off by like a couple percentage points, like in damage difference. So, but I might make a whole video on that. I need to run some numbers on that before I like come out and just start claiming that, because I know the second I say, you know, hey, are you guys sure? I'm just gonna get a million people saying, but China server, but China server, but China server. That is my biggest complaint with the game being a year behind. It was like this in GFL1. It's like this in Project NeuroCloud. It's gonna be like this in this game unless they catch us up, which I'm skeptical that they'll do that. And so we're just gonna get the hand-me-down strats and the hand-me-down no-thinking parroting of everything they do on the other server, and you'll never have anybody like trying anything outside the box or even defending their claims, because they'll just say, well, the other server does it, and this is what some guy in some Chinese forum said, and it's like, okay, great, but A, you don't even read Chinese, so you don't even really know. This is like third-hand information now, and B, that you're making the assumption that that guy's just right. So anyway, I wanna double check everything I'm researching for what I said before I actually do it. I don't want to just post it and have a million people be like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Boss fight 900, 300, sword is gold. That's okay. So I can't do any of these up front. Yeah, these are all like actually weeklies that you can't just all finish on the first day. So big sad. I can't get my weapon from the selector box. I know a lot of people did not buy the battle pass, so I don't want to. When I make a guide, I'm not going to use these weapons. So that's another reason why I wanted like the I was considering rolling on this for just the 4-star versions of the weapon. I don't want to make guides with like tons of 5 stars and decked out characters and stuff, because it's like those are not relatable for a lot of people. And especially to newer players, they're definitely not relatable. Like, maybe if you're day one, and maybe if you're a whale, you can, like, copy it 1-to-1 strat-wise, but it's not, like, you just can't expect people to do that. Did we get... Oh, yeah, we're not even close to level 36. Let me check. Did I get the attachment I needed? I don't think so. Maybe I did? Yes, this is an upgrade. Yeah, attack rate. I mean, you don't get 19 attack, you just attack boost percentage-wise, but I think her attack's high enough that it's better. In fact, we can do math, right? 20 attack or 19 attack versus... Oh, this doesn't split it, does it? I'm assuming it's going off base. Well, it probably actually includes all these. I have to do some research into that. Either way, 3% is, let's see, this is 350, 450, 500, 650. Let's just be conservative and say 650. 3% of that is like 18 and a half. So, it's, okay, more than that. It's 19 and a half, and then even more. But it's about the same. That's what I'm trying to say, is that, in fact, we can also kind of verify this by going to, what's the... Well, okay, that's not a one comparison. I can't show you. I was going to show you if you just take them, you can just look at the numbers, right? Big number go up, right? 3750. But this one just has more stats in general. That's why that big number go up is not going to work for this, but in this case, it'll be big number go down. Yeah, so. Oops. We're just going to do the trust me bro here. That I can do math and that, nope, not that one, this one. That the attack percentage, and you get the crit rate too. The crit rate is pretty nice. Health actually isn't bad too. I'm kind of a big fan of health. Gives you a nice buffer for abilities. It's an underrated stat in a lot of situations. Okay, we did that. We're not going to gamble because we have a possible weapon coming in the next day. Like I said, I didn't really have a whole ton to do on stream today. Oh, this is just this again. These little notifications are starting to drive me crazy because now I finally cleared them all out. And now they're coming back and I think they're actually important, so. Public area. We got nothing we gotta do in here. I'm kind of capped on this, right? Because to get the next rank of the public room, I guess this is like the rank of the room, whatever. I need to get a bunch of affinity gifts, and I just don't have enough to level the characters up. And I kind of have to decide who I'm going to give them to. Another thing is, if you didn't know, where's the easiest way to get to it? I guess we gotta go back. Affinity gives stats, so... Gosh darn it, wrong one. Gosh darn it, wrong one again. Refitting room. Dorm. My brain is all scattered today. If you go to... Oops, sorry, not gift. Affinity. You'll see they actually get stats on tiers. So if you get... Okay, bad example. She doesn't have a rank 6. But if you get all these... There's some pretty good ones, right? This is another 200, another 100 attack, 200 health. So, and then obviously you get some freebies here, and then some keys, which also stat boost. So, pick your favorite. Go for try to max them out with affinity. So, I mean, eventually you'll get enough to max someone out, but like you're pretty strained early game, right? This is like enough for her to get to rank 2, and then like, I don't know, another character maybe to get to, I'm sorry, rank 3. But we're gonna do that a different day when I have it planned out a little better. It's not that important. Stat boost is minimal. Let's see. So we got the time limited events. We did this. We did the... There was something I wanted to do on stream here. So I was doing this. For those of you who haven't done this, maybe we'll do. These take forever though. I don't feel like doing these right now. These are pretty cool battles. When the one thing I was able to confirm finally is when the server resets. So I haven't collected for the week yet. This is where I left off yesterday, Sunday, before reset. So the idea is you just clear as high as you can go, and then when it resets, you get all the previous tiers you've cleared up until that point. So when you clear it, you get these ones on the right, these staged rewards. These are one time. But then this middle one here, periodic returns, you get those every time it resets for the week, and you don't have to do anything. Like, it's still where I left off here at Horde Stage 4. 1, 2, and 3 have already been auto cleared, and all I gotta do is come to the rewards here and hit claim all, and get 2 more attachments that are pretty not useful. Yeah. But free stuff is free stuff, so that's kind of cool. So maybe when you're bored, you got some time. These are actually really cool missions. Like they're different. They require a little bit of thinking and skill to like get through. You can't just like, I haven't tried autoing them, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you'll fail miserably if you try and auto these. I said I'll do one. I don't want to do one on stream right now because it will take fucking forever, but let's try it. Let's see. Maybe I can think of something else I need to cover. I'm also under-leveled for this at this point too, so this might be a disaster. You get to use 5 units in this as opposed to 4. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're leveling units. You probably want to level a 5th unit. So the descriptions on the left here make it seem like these tend to be like races or something. Like you want to go do the objective as fast as possible or whatever. You get 15 turns to do it, which is quite a lot. And I made the mistake of kind of like trying to speed through them, some of the other missions, and it gets spicy. If like, for example, if I try and take this team and just push up here, and I think this is the objective, kill the grenade launcher here, and kill this guy real quick, I will aggro this entire arena on the way over, and I'll just get swarmed. So it's actually better to like slow and steady your way up there. So Carol can actually be back here. Nemesis is always the slowest, so she's got to kind of always be in front, and this is terrible. Oh man, they just throw you out in the open. This is gonna hurt. Luckily I'm running the double sustain. Oh, and you start invisible on this mission. See, like I said, these are interesting. So I'm gonna essentially, even though I'm starting out in the open, I don't actually have to. I should read this before I say that. I should make sure that I have to be. Okay, they will break stealth mode if they enter a 2-tile range. So now the question is, will they move? Does it say? I mean, he's got the little foot icon, which makes me think that he's gonna move, but I don't really have an explanation as to where he's going to move. So what we're going to try and do, I'm guessing he's going to patrol. This is just a total wild guess on my part. He's going to patrol. So we're just going to, so he's only going to come to, oops, sorry. No, cancel this. He's only going to come to one of these squares. We're just going to be on the, I'm thinking here, we're just going to end. I'm just going to see if, what he does on the first turn here, and if it's a disaster, I'm going to rewind. But if he walks out of the way, we're just going to walk around him. Oh, Karalik, your Nova's going to ruin everything. Okay, so he does just move away. So they do patrol. Another cool, interesting aspect of this mission. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start moving up. But we're not going to attack anybody just yet. So he's going to move to probably here. So I can easily come around, use this wall. I said I like these missions. These are cool missions. They're just like one of those things where it's like, oh, I fucked up because this is gonna, yep. She's gonna Nova, and that's gonna reveal her. Oh man, that ability is so retarded. Alright, let's not do that. Oops, did I bug it out? I think I did. I should not have done that. Oh, this bug happens sometimes too. When enemies are in the middle of doing something, or sometimes your allies, the camera will kind of get stuck. You can like move and wiggle to like fix it. Alright. So she's just gonna be kind of useless in this mission, because what's her Nova? 5 tiles? Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it, that's gonna hit him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still gonna hit him. She's just gonna have to be in the back. Now the question is, does he go around? I think he's just gonna patrol back and forth. So my guess is he's going to. So maybe I can just like thread the needle here. Yep, that should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Ooh, the other wall. Yep, guy on the other side of the wall. God, I just need to not bring her with. Yep. And that's what happens. This is a disaster. Karalik is blowing everyone's cover because she didn't fucking turn off her Fire Nova. I'm just looking because this guy's going to be kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, no matter what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still too much. So where's the evacuation point that I'm going to have to get to? Over there. So maybe I can just come to here, kill this guy real quick, and then we'll just scoot out the back here, and then I won't even have to fight any of them. They'll just be too slow. Because I'll use Xiaomi's to her little Frost Nova field here, and that'll slow them too, so they'll probably never catch up to us. So this mathematically is 3. Let's see if that's actually the case. Yeah. Now the slow units are starting to fall behind. And I just think Karalik is just gonna get maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just like no way you can put her. Oh, she's so annoying. Cause she's got to evacuate too. Well, I guess only 3 do, so she can just maybe that's what. I'm sorry, Karalik. You probably are gonna go have to suicide and draw their attention. Oh, now I've been revealed. The gig is up. Alright, Croza's gonna have to move out of this spot. How tough is this thing? Are we gonna be able to kind of melt it? It's gonna take at least 2 turns. If I do... Of course the box doesn't explode, and this is gonna blow up the walls. I'm not so sure about this because I'm using these walls for cover right now. But it will destroy these 2 units, which will only leave... Yeah, okay. So we are gonna do that. But I need to move. So this is gonna mess up the whole order of things. Alright, Kulfane, you come to... Damn. Now CMA's gotta go first. I don't want her to go first because I want her to use her ability last at the end. Yeah, alright, well, this is how it's gotta be though, because these walls are gonna blow up here in a second. The reason I want her ability to go at the end is because her shield ticks down every time you use an action, so if I would have taken all my actions first, then used the shield, I would have essentially got a free turn out of it, but that is just not in the cards right now, so we're just gonna have to do it this way. Allah Akbar. Didn't do as much damage as I was hoping. I think Nemesis just stays invis. Oh man, I really need her to do damage though. Because she's gonna get shot from that way. Can this guy get to her? It is. Oh, it is. It's 3 in front of him, so if he got to here, he could go that way with it or that way. But, and if he got to here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, actually, I think she's safe right here. We're gonna find out here in a second. Oh, maybe I can just. Oh, so close. All right, let's do this because I want the confectants from being in cover. Colfang can finish it off. Did anyone take damage yet? No. No one's taking damage yet, so I'm not. So we're just gonna shoot it. And maybe I can stand in a safer spot to do it. Not there. Not enough cover for everybody. Alright, well, at least I get cover from... No, I won't, because he's gonna come right up here. Alright, well, she's agile enough. Maybe I can, like... Okay, she's just gonna... Because the issue is... Colfane, Xiaomi, and Crozo. You know, maybe these 3 can just... These 3 are pretty fast, so maybe I can just evacuate these 3, and sorry, Nemesis and Caroline, you're just gonna be the sacrificial lambs. Alrighty, let's do that. Oh... It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I think this, another reason I care, like, I've defended her, and I will continue to defend her, but, like, goddamn is it annoying to use her. If I stand here, I'm, like, 99% positive that her, not sequence, embers blow this box up, and then when it blows the box up, Nemesis loses her cover. So I don't want her. Oh man, she's just like, there's just nowhere for her to go. Alright. We're gonna pretend to be a samurai. If nothing else, she'll distract him over here. Hopefully these 2 bulwarks will try and attack her instead of attacking. Okay, I miscalculated that a lot. I don't remember him being able to make it out that when I clicked on him, but... It's okay. I don't think we need Nemesis. She's, like I said, she's the slowest. She only moves 4 tiles, so she's never going to make it to that. This is working out pretty well, though. This is the problem. I don't think I'm going to get away fast enough. I could rewind that turn, but I think our job here is done. I think we're coming to... If she goes to there... Yep, she can get to that one. And Xiaomi can get to that one. Perfect. Right, so we'll come here. Can I launch to... Yeah, whatever. Let's have her come to... Sorry, we want Xiaomi to move first so she can support attack. Maybe she kills him? No, she does not kill him. Listen, these 3 are pretty tanky, so I might just be able to just heal spam my way to victory. This is going to heal Karolak on the other side of the map, which will let her distract slightly longer. Because she's taunted right now, so she can't do anything. These things are going to be annoying because they hit you when you walk past them. They are moving a lot quicker than I thought they were going to. She can make it to... I don't want her out in the open, but if she gets to here, assuming they don't totally wall her in, she might just die though. Might just totally get swarmed. This is what I was saying about these missions really aren't, you're not really supposed to rush them like I'm trying to do. I'm only doing it because this went so horribly. If I stand out in the open, this is going to be bad. Alright. Coalfang coming here. And there's nobody to heal, so we're just going to... but I want some... How far does she go? 6, so let's go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She'll be 1 short next turn. She has her ult up this turn, too. Alright, we're going to try it. We're just going to be risky. This is a really bad idea to stand out in the open, especially in front of all these enemies, but we're going to see how this goes. Because I'm hoping I can make a few of these enemies disappear. Does not look like it's going to happen. Also, instead of just ending her turn, I probably should have, like, you know, attacked. We want to slow these guys down? Or do I want to stability bonus? These guys so... No, unclick. Yeah, they got a lot of mobility, so slowing them down a little won't matter. But if I get surrounded, then I can't move, so... Alright, we're just gonna buff. We're gonna see. I might have to rewind this whole thing. This might be like such a disaster. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a disaster. That hit way harder than I thought it was going to. Alright, let's see. We gotta rewind this whole turn. Yeah, this I think is, this is just... This whole thing is a disaster. We can post up here and survive a turn, but the problem is every turn we wait, there's just gonna be more and more of them. Like this guy's like 1-2 turns away. This guy kind of... I think this was the guy that chucked the grenade. He did a ton of damage with that. Yeah, wow, he's got 1400 attack. Yikes. I don't even have that much HP. Like 1600. Barely, and I barely have that much. Yeah, let's rewind it to this point and let's... So if she comes to here, she can slow them all down. That doesn't kill them, though. It does give a little more shields, though. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, so the problem is now she's going to be a turn slower, so essentially I'm delaying this evacuation by 1 turn. So we'll go here. Can we kill these guys? No, that would have been too cool. Let's just do it. Let's just slow them like crazy. I think she can still come to here. I think this was relatively safe. She is going to... Let's... That's the other problem is these guys are coming from behind now. So we're gonna have a same issue, slightly different though. Instead of just getting shot in the open, they're gonna come around her and shoot her from behind, and no cover bonus. So maybe I can split it. Here, let's try this. Oh, now I get to attack with Karlach for some reason. Oh, maybe Karlach to the rescue. She doesn't have enough. I don't know why, because last time I ended the turn, she was taunted, but like now she untaunted herself. Yeah, so I'm gonna use her as a distraction. I know that's horrible to do, but I'm hoping these two will try and focus on her. That hurts. That really hurts. The displacement really hurts too, because now she's like totally standing out there. Okay, that could have went way worse than it did. The Carolic distraction worked pretty well. Rest in peace. But now Crows is stuck. Oh, the problems. And when I do this, it's gonna get shot. Oh, this is just... I'm like treading water here. Because I want her to get out. I can go around this way, but now I think... Well, Xiaomi's got the most... One, two, three. Okay, yeah. This should heal her still. So I can now... Oh, she's gonna be one short. Are you kidding me? And this guy's gonna be one life alive. And she's gonna get attacked when she leaves the Prowler's range. We're gonna have to just try it, because we're kind of running low on options here. I'm hoping I crit. I did. Lucky. And then Xiaomi can come to here and shield up Kolfane. I think maybe I actually want to come to here. Make it more likely that they'll try and attack her instead of Groza. Like I said, this is taking... Look how long this video is taking, or this part of the video is taking. It's been like 20 minutes to do this. Oh, but I think we're gonna get out. I think we're doing it. Look at that. Mistakes into miracles. Okay, so like I said, that was a really cool mission. It's different than the rest of them. Like, it has cool objectives. I like these. I just do not like the amount of time they take. But they're, like I said, they're essentially one-time completes. So, you know, it's not that bad. Because, like I said, now that I know for sure that you get all the rewards for the week, just for like completing it, right? Like from now on, I'm always gonna get whatever 600, not much, but you'll always get the periodic returns. So I won't have to clear that mission again. So I actually like this. I like this a lot. All right, enough of that. That took up way too much time, unfortunately, for this video. What else did I want to do? We're gonna say boss fights for later. This we're gonna do at the end of the week as well. We're gonna see how far we can get. This is another one of those challenge things. Resets every 2 weeks. So, but I'm gonna once again try and play throughout the week, get as much levels, experience, and gear as I can, and then I'll come back to that when the week is coming to a close. Claim that, just so this annoying just so the annoying exclamation goes away and gets replaced with a different exclamation. We got a couple more levels before we can grab that, so I didn't wail that hard. I only bought the battle pass and a couple of those like $1 items. Righty. I think we'll do one limited time event. One of these little patrol missions, I think. Just to spice it up a little. We'll do this one here. Actually, no, I kind of want to... oops, it went back too much. I I have no idea what this boss does. But I do out-level him, so we'll do this. This will make it interesting, and then we'll probably be done for today. I'll like have to plan out like what I'm gonna do next time. Oh, that's right. I was gonna answer questions. Let's do this, and then I'll answer some questions. See if I can give some examples, and maybe I'll even answer questions while we're doing it. I have no idea what this boss does. I think 2 healers is a little, or 2 supports is a little overkill. So I will use a crappy ass Karalik instead, because she at least has like weapons that are leveled. The Mosin's good too. It's just that I don't have a weapon leveled for her right now, because once again I was waiting for another weapon. Yeah, we'll do Karalik. Everyone talks down on her, but I'll give her a chance. Maybe I can explain to people why she's not as terrible as they think she is, even though I constantly complain when I have to use her. Oh, look at that, dude. It's like I knew. I didn't actually know. I just guessed. But they always seem to be in the corners, so I'm guessing this one's either going to be like along this wall or somewhere like that. These don't change, by the way. I said, if for some reason you're watching this in the future and they have this event just like permanently unlocked or something, those don't change, like where the key to the next area is. So like if I redid this mission, it would still be in that exact same spot. Where is it? Oh, I got bamboozled. Oh, that's right. We're not on the key. We're on the boss fight already. And the bosses tend to be in the middle. Tend to be in the middle, kind of, sort of, maybe. Alright, let's find out what this guy does. We'll find out together. Be a little learning experience. He's a big boy. It's like Cerberus on steroids. Alright, well, let's look at his abilities real quick before I just run in blindly. I know this is like the bane of people's existence, is reading what the enemies do. Wow, he's got a lot of health. This is a basic attack. This is a line attack. Oh, but with a bonus. Interesting. So he hits people in a line, but he takes stability damage when he does it. It's kind of weird. Alright, summon some allies. And he eats his allies. And he gets Berserk Cerberus, huh? Okay, so it looks like there's a stacking buff. So it looks like when he summons his allies, you're going to want to kill him, because if you don't, he's going to eat them and get a ton of damage buffs. And what's this do? Gaining armor mode. Alright, when he breaks stability, he gets a different mode. He will never regain stability. Interesting. He also has a crazy huge damage reduction when he's not broken. Alright, so it looks like it's all about keeping him, breaking his stability, keeping it broken, and then killing the ads. What does counter coding do? Okay, so this is like just a reactionary attack. Okay, cool. So we did the preliminary read. I'm assuming he's a boss, so he's probably going to say what he does up top as the fight goes. Alright, cool. She can get in cover. Private military contractor. I wonder which one. Well, I have enough for it right away. This is gonna do next to nothing. I'm only gonna so I'm gonna run up and use her second ability. I'm gonna make a separate guide for how to use Nemesis. I know I kind of said that last time, and I gave a brief introduction, but I'm gonna like actually do a full like video on her. But we're gonna walk up. I'm doing this so I can get some confectants. This is, like I said, he takes almost no damage because he's not stability broken yet. So we're just gonna walk up and just kind of keep chipping away at that. Once again, I'm having all the other units act first so that when Xiaomi goes and drops her Winter Shield on everybody, I'm gonna check to see what this is gonna do. Oh, he heals too. Wonderful. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna summon the ads next, so we'll just spread out because I have no idea where they're gonna come from. I wanted everyone to go before Xiaomi because while she missed out on all of her follow-up attacks because of that, now when I do this, this essentially is gonna last one turn longer because everyone's already taken their action, so it won't tick down for them taking their turn. Alright, so let's see where all these little guys spawn. Not having a good day over there. Alright, let's walk her up to a place where she can get multiple support attacks off, because this guy doesn't seem to hit very hard, so I'm probably just gonna like kind of YOLO this. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna come around to this side, because I don't want to be within 3 tiles of her, so that she can still move when she's done attacking. Actually, maybe we're just gonna come around and finish this guy. And we're gonna hide in the back. Because she's stability broken now, so she's gonna take a lot of damage if she gets attacked. Boss is going to heal again, which doesn't matter because he's already got like full health. So he's gonna do a 3x7 right in front of him, and he's gonna take stability damage when he does that. So Nemesis should finish this guy off with her follow-up, so we'll do that. And then she can probably kill this last one over here. Yeah, okay. Alright, ads are cleared. She did a great job of tanking all those attacks. I want you to not stand in the middle of that. Alright, she can ult again this turn. I don't think I need to. But let me verify that real quick. Yeah, Frost Barrier is 2 turns. So everybody can take another turn here. Since no one's actually taken damage, like lost their shield, there's no point in like refreshing it early. That's why I wanted to do it the way I did it before. Because now that I'm actually in position, I can like just kind of surround this guy and wail on him. Although this guy having so much stability is actually really annoying. We're getting there though. Once he breaks his stability though, he doesn't recover it, so at least that's what the tooltip said. We'll find out if that's true or not. I'm gonna see if I can trade positions. I want... We're gonna have Karalik finish this guy because Nemesis will follow up attack. That's why I can't use the cleave. But you can't. If I use her second attack, shoot. If I use Karalik's Crushing Revolution, since it's an AoE attack, it won't trigger Nemesis's follow up attack. But we will. I think we. That should be good. Oh, got stuck again. this sometimes happens. Like I said, you just gotta kind of wiggle the camera, click and hold, and just kind of wiggle. You'll see it's moving like 1 pixel at a time. And eventually, the camera will hover over who it's actually trying to move to. This is kind of tedious, but I'm sure they'll fix this in the next week or so. Yeah, famous last words. There we go. See, now it's free again. Let's go ahead, hide in the back here like a baby, and then throw a wintry shield on everybody. And then Nemesis is gonna have to move this side to finish this guy off. Luckily, I am high enough level, or at least strength, that I can like one-shot these little guys. This fight would probably be kind of hard if I couldn't one-shot these dudes. Alrighty. Time to break this guy's stability. We'll finally get to the second part of this fight. So he mad now. I'm gonna assume... I shouldn't assume that. Does he have the same attacks? No, I think they changed. Oh my gosh, he's gonna get... I gotta kill all these ads. Alright, that was not great. Where's she gonna end if I do this? She will end right in front of the boss. Do not want that. Well, that kind of messes up my plan, because I don't think I can kill all 3 of these now, because I've taken 2 actions. Let me reread this real quick. Reinforced frontal hunters summoned by self. Are these they are. I guess I'm assuming it doesn't matter the type of them, but Yeah, because I can only kill 2 of these at best. This won't even kill him, what? It has to be the ult. And now it won't even kill him because I think it was assuming that Sumi was going to follow up attack. Well, that really puts a pickle in the plans. Yeah, alright, whatever, let's do this. She should be able to move again. Because she's more than 3 away, yeah. So I can actually like get out of the line of this AoE. Oh, that hurt. Oh, well he didn't absorb, guys, so I'm okay with that. I'm assuming that's maybe because he changed forms. Anyway, we're going to finish these guys off. I want to be on this side so I can go around to here. Once I kill these guys, then I'll be able to go bananas on the boss. If I do this... No. So, okay. Another thing about Groza, this is something that's only for her fortifications. She gets... I'm sorry, maybe it's not fortifications. Maybe it's... No, it is. It is fortifications. I can't view those from here, I don't think. But when using heavy suppression here, if she cracks their stability, she gains force stability. So even though she's at 0 right now, which means she's not getting the 60% damage reduction from stability, if I do this, this will crack its stability, and she'll get 4. In fact, it even shows it here too, which is kind of nice. So that means the next attack the boss does, she'll be able to get the reduction from. It's just unfortunate that he's not going to die. Oh, and I lied, because I'm going to do this. And if I position it correctly, yep, that will kill him. Alright, now that we got rid of all those annoying ads, now we can just wail on the boss. And hopefully in like maybe 1 or 2 rounds we can just kill. I'm assuming if he summons another set of ads like that, I'm going to... He really likes to do that stomp attack. Alright, let me just, out of curiosity, see how much I can do to him. I guess I won't be able to kill him this turn, because even if she hits him twice, right, he'll probably be at like 5% by the time it's all done with, unless, ooh. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And I did that out of order, actually. Nemesis should have shot first, because if she shoots somebody with Prophecy of Morning, which I just used up there, she actually puts a debuff on them first, so small misplay. So if I would have done that first, I would have put a 30% defense reduction on him, and then I still would have got to do the follow-up when Karalik moved up. I don't think I'm gonna have enough damage to finish him. Yeah, so we're gonna have to play like an actual normal person for this turn. We can get behind this box. We can shoot him. Or maybe I just want to get some stability back. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm playing this like unnecessarily safe. I can't reach her if I'm standing there for the shield. Right? Like this is just one... It's hard to tell with all this flashing crap everywhere, but yeah. Because he's gonna... If I'm in this side, can I... I think you peek around. Alright. We'll do this. I wanted everyone to be together to do this. I wanted Xiaomi to get that too, but it's alright, it's not a big deal. Yeah, we can go around the box there. Although this is going to mess up the timing slightly. No, we're not going to do that. All that thinking, and I'm not actually going to do it. Because the reason is that uses a 1 Confectance, right? And she gets 2 a turn, essentially, just by existing. And her ult is 5? I lied. She gets more than 2 a turn. Long story short is if you don't use this ability, if you use this and uses up one of her Confectants, she won't be able to ult next turn. So yeah, she's just actually gonna stand out, and she's just gonna probably tank this next hit for the team. What a champ! So I'm kind of being a little too overprotective of like no one's. She lost her stability, but she didn't even really take any damage. I'm playing this a little too safe, actually. Come on, Nemesis, you're gonna have to move. He's gonna die this turn, so we're just gonna go all in. Enough with the fancy tactics. Yep, and he's dead. Interesting boss. It'll probably go a lot quicker now that I know what he does. In fact, I wonder if you could even not kill those guys that he spawns. Although it seems like you're really supposed to, because it seems like if you don't, he's just going to get a million stability back every turn. Although it was weird because it said he was going to eat them, and he never did. So, not really sure what that's all about. I'll do it again later and actually figure out what the hell's going on. Alright. That was cool. I wanted to see if I could answer some questions that I kept seeing people bring up over and over and over again. A lot of people are asking, like, they have been asking general team building questions. Essentially, the best way to go with it is one, support to keep your team alive, whether that's Xiaomi or Kolfane or even Kesnia, which I don't have. Um, any of them will keep your team like alive and healthy if you start getting chunked by like enemy abilities. So one of them to support the team, and then you can either do 3 damage dealers or like 2 damage dealers and like a bulwark like Groza. Groza's actually surprisingly versatile. She works in a lot of teams because of her counter attack ability. It really lets you like kind of get a lot done when it's not your turn, because your counter attack also procs follow-up attacks. It also procs like support attacks from Xiaomi and Kolfane and stuff. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If you have really poor luck, the team that works actually pretty well for almost everybody is just Kolfane, Groza, Nemesis, and then whatever character you got on your banner, for your beginner banner. If you get Xiaomi, replace Kolfane. If you get I don't know, like Sabrina, I guess you could replace Groza with Sabrina, but to be honest, any of them can take Karlik's spot, because while she's not terrible, she's just kind of hard to use, and almost all the other characters can easily take her slot. Let me see if I can show you. I think it's server room and then character archive. I don't know if you can see their abilities from here. No, you can't. But essentially, Changju, Ilrid, Sabrina, Paritia, these all can replace Karlik. So the only thing is if you get like I said, Xiaomi or Sabrina's kind of a weird case, because she's considered a bulwark, but she does a lot of counter attacking too. So you know, maybe you could double up with her and Groza and just have like the counter attack cascade. It's kind of funny to watch. But anyway, yeah, that's a pretty decent team that almost anybody can run. I see people throwing around these like teams that, once again, oh, China server, burn team. You're so far away from that it's like not even worth considering. Like, yeah, you can start building towards it if you have nothing better to do, but if you just need a team that's functional now, just go with that. Like I said, A, the game's not difficult enough to warrant the perfect meta team, and B, we have no idea what order we're getting characters in, because if this is like Project NeuroCloud, it might just be a total dartboard. Like, people are saying, oh, we have a story and like this character needs to follow that character in the story. Yeah, I'd like to introduce them to the character releases in Project NeuroCloud, because there's no rhyme or reason. The stories are kind of all over the place. They're fairly clumped together, right? Like, you don't get a character from 7 patches right away. But in that game, for example, everyone was like, "Oh man, you just gotta wait for HK416. Oh my god, just don't even bother getting Hubble or Aki. Like, it's just HK416. Just save up." And then she showed up at the 6-month mark instead of the 1-year mark, and that messed everyone's plans up, because everyone's like, "Oh yeah, well just you can spend your units or your tickets now and your quartz sand in that game. You can spend your quartz sand now, and you'll be fine as long as you have enough for the 1-year anniversary." And it's like, surprise, 6 months early. In addition to that, it was like, then at 1 year it was like another limited character. It was just, they're just all over the place with their releases, and so people were in total shatters. In addition to that, for like the first 6 months, people were having trouble clearing everything, because it's like, duh, you didn't get any characters or any gear you've been holding. That's another thing I've seen right now. I'm seeing a lot of people comment on it. So in the Chinese version of the game right now, which is a year ahead of us, they're celebrating their 1-year anniversary right now. In their version of the game, they have on the banner here, I believe it's like a selector. I don't know the exact details of how it works, but essentially the gist that I can get is that when you hit the 50-50 pity or whatever, you just get to pick what you want instead of it just being like a random one from the grouping. So like, if you get the hard pity, I think you can just pick Changju. And so, like I said, there's already talk of people saying don't pull on the standard banner at all. Like, the second you finish your 50 pulls on the beginner banner, just save up until that comes, and I'm just like, that's terrible advice, because their account is going to be gimped, because they're, like I said, for example, I'm missing 4-star weapons, right? Like, I don't even have a 4-star weapon. Oh my gosh, I keep going to recruitment when I meant to go to recruitment. I don't even have a 4-star weapon for Xiaomi here, right? And because of that, I haven't leveled it up. It's like, what do you just expect people to just have no gear, no characters, nothing, and just like bare bones? You can, I mean, because like I said, the game's not hard enough to do that. But it's like, it's weird advice. Like, just, and it's another thing. It's like, well, if they're not having fun playing the game, what even makes you think they're going to be here in 6 months? Right, like that's another thing to consider. If everyone else is around you pulling characters, having fun, doing strategies, and you can't do any of it because you have nothing, because you're saving up for this mysterious banner that's coming, which you have no idea when it's coming, just so you can get Chengju all the way to like Fortification 3 for some, like I said, some illustrious burn team that you maybe might sort of run. It's just terrible advice. Like, just play the game, have fun. When we're getting close to that point, or maybe you've got like most of the characters, you have a pretty good foundation on your account, then worry about it. Maybe in a month from now you've got, a pretty decent like team, and you're like, okay, from here on out I'm gonna save up. That's fine. Don't just don't just go bare bones on your account. That's just, don't go full retard. Um, let's see. I'm just kind of browsing through some of the other questions that I keep seeing. Some of it's like technical support stuff, which I'm not going to help with because everyone's computer is different. And mobile and PC is also different. So, people are asking about attachments once again. Everyone's suggesting, so when it comes to attachment sets, everyone's suggesting farm phase strike, which, like I said, I'll get to. I'm probably going to do a deep dive into the math on that later, because I'm not sold on it just being generically good. It's pretty good for most people, but I don't know if it's just as good as people are hyping it up to be. I think there's a little bit of bias in that, and like I said, all the answers I've gotten, nobody really justifies why. They just say because China does it. That's the Chinese server. That's the way they do it. Trust me, bro. It's like, okay, well. The good news is, even if they're wrong, the difference between that and like a different set, like a different generalist set, like the one I'm farming, I don't know what it's called, but the one that just gives you 20% physical damage, is the overall difference, ballistic boost. The overall difference is going to be very small. The reason I'm doing ballistic boost is because it is such a generalized set, because almost all the characters in the game have some sort of support attack, and all those support attacks are physical. Almost all of them are physical. And everybody has basic attacks, which are almost all physical. You have a lot of abilities, which are physical. The only times you're not doing physical damage is when you're using specifically elemental abilities. Like, for example, Nemesis here, it's like, while this is her hardest hitting ability, and it's corrosion, so the 20% physical damage would not affect this, she does 2 follow-ups a turn, and this. So, like, a good chunk of her damage is not corrosion-based damage. It's physical-based damage. So she's getting the 20% boost from that all the time. So, like I said, I'm going to run the numbers on this, and I'm going to try and give a more, like, definitive answer. Because, like, this is my personal pet peeve, that people are just, like, throwing this around. Once again, they did this in Project NeuroCloud, same thing. People were saying certain characters and certain, like, sets were just complete hot garbage. And then, luckily... it's kind of bad to say this, but luckily when the Chinese half of the game, like the people who were making guides on the Chinese side, once they all stopped making guides and people stopped like just parroting what they were saying, then finally we got like a little bit of normalcy, and people were like finally discovering that the characters, some of the characters that people were saying were trash, were not actually trash. So that's always going to exist though, until they decide to catch us up with the server. But like I said, that's a whole different topic. So we'll go back to see if there's any more questions in here that I can answer relatively quickly. Yeah, people are asking about, once again, like Xiaomi versus Ulrid. Ulrid's fine. She just requires a little more thinking to use, just like Karalik. The other thing with Ulrid is I believe one of her abilities is bugged. I keep hearing people say it's bugged. Cannot confirm or deny that, but if you go to the, I want to say it's event? We'll do her trial real quick. I haven't actually done this, but I've used her in like friend support. So it tells you all the stuff she does here. It's nothing too crazy, but I wonder if they let you use her keys. They do not. Okay, so, and this is kind of a mistake on the devs, and I don't know why they did this. You can't view her keys, right? And when you go to, well, if you're in the previous page where you just inspect the character, first of all, they show you the character at full fortification, which is kind of silly, because it's like no one has all that, and most people are not going to get it, so that's kind of like misleading. Second of all, there's a lot of fixed keys that really change how the characters play, and she has one of them, which I'll get to in a second. What was I doing here? She does whirlwind attack. No, is it this one? Oh, which one is it? So I already forgot how she works. Essentially, when she does this ability, she gets to go again, but she can only use Whirlwind again. However, she has a fixed key that lets her use I think it's a basic attack, or one of the other ones instead. So because this costs confectants, right? And while she gets confectants back when she kills people and stuff, if she doesn't kill the target, she doesn't get to go again, or she doesn't get confectants. I forgot exactly how she generates it. I gotta look at her abilities before I start spouting nonsense. But essentially, you get in these weird situations where you use her, don't kill the target, don't get a bunch of confectants back, and then it's like, okay, cool, so I just did one attack, and that's it. When really, you're supposed to hit him with Blade Whirlwind, get to go again, even if you can't kill him, you know, hit him with a basic attack. That's the thing, right? Like, if you hit him and you don't have 3 confectants, just like right now, for example, I have another turn, sure, but it's like, I can't actually, well, nothing to attack, but I can't actually hit him, right, because I don't have... Essentially, this is just a free move. Yeah, these enemies are so weak. So it doesn't really help you evaluate whether the character is good or not if they just like throw you like the weakest enemies of all time. I understand that's not what the point of a trial is just to kind of get a feel for the character. So we're going to, so this is the thing, right? This won't, it's saying she will. I really have to read how she works. Because when I trialed her, it did not work. Okay, yeah, so she does lose confect. I don't know why it was showing as her having 3 at the end of this. So yeah, so this is the problem I was talking about. You don't kill the enemy. You used your ability, and now you just stand here, I guess. Right? This is why she's kind of awkward. I'll do this. But she has a fixed key that makes that not awkward, right? So even if she didn't kill him, she could have just done another attack on him. I don't even know where I can show you the fixed key, because like unless you're... I've seen it in people's like screenshots and stuff of like what should I level up? Let me see, it's recruitment. This is a really sloppy explanation, I know. Yeah, you can only see her universal key. Anyway, you just have to, whatever, this is going to be a trust me bro moment. I'm almost positive she has a fixed key that lets her do a secondary attack that does not cost 3 confectants like this does after she uses this Blade Whirlwind. So you can Blade Whirlwind someone, then just use like a normal attack afterwards of some kind. I don't know if it's a warning shot or if it's one of these other ones, but the point is she's not as useless as she sounds. And if you like her, go for it. Xiaomi is just kind of like the more brain dead of the two to use. And if you need a good supporter, like you saw her in the previous battle, she can put some thick shields on people. What else can I look at? Let's see. People still asking questions about rerolling a week into the game. That's a you problem, bro. If you're going to reroll, I don't think you should reroll. It's a waste of your time. And the game, like I said, the game doesn't justify. Unless there's like a character you really want. Like, let's say you're the world's biggest simp for Peritia or something. It's like, okay, I get it. You really like this character. You really want to do like this AoE team with her. It's fine. I can understand rerolling, but like if you're just like playing the game just to play the game, like it's kind of not worth it. Like for example, it's been a week now. I'm already 142 out of 260 towards the character selector. So you will get the character you want out of this pool eventually. It's just like how patient you want to be. So it's like if you're like caught up on this idea that you need to have Tolo and Chungju, then you know, it's like don't sit there and reroll for fucking 2 days trying to get both of them within the first like 50 pulls or something. Like you're just gonna go insane. In fact, I saw someone just like freaking out because they're like on reroll attempt number 60 or something, and it's like, sorry, dude, that's a you problem. Xiaomi, people asking about Xiaomi dupes. So Xiaomi's dupes, her fortifications, which, oh, can I show it? Once again, I don't. They show these automatically, these characters automatically maxed at 6, right? So this is a little misleading. Like when you're looking at these abilities in this screen here, you see this little 6 here, they're at fortification 6. So this is actually including, and you can't even switch because it says level cap mixed. It's including all the stuff she gets from her constellations. So you got to be careful, like what actually is given to you by that. So if we go to my Xiaomi, who's not 6, you'll notice these two big like bricks of text, they're not on the character. You don't get all this stuff just by getting the character. But if you're looking at that other screen, you're going to think that you do. Anyway, her first fortification is actually pretty solid. Essentially what it does is, the big part that it does is it heals by 30%. So she heals a little bit passively every time she uses her, I think it's just she ends her turn, right? I think it's her passive that actually does the healing. Yeah, every time she ends her turn, she just heals everybody just a teeny bit, 5% of her max HP, but this lets her heal a huge chunk, right? 30% of her max HP to everybody, and restore a bunch of stability. So she becomes a pseudo healer as well as a like shielder at the same time. So pretty solid. And then the avalanche stacks are nice too. So, and like I said, a continuous healing. So she becomes like, she gets a lot out of her first ability here. So that's why some people are recommending you go for it. Once again, not needed. If she's leveled up, you're probably gonna just like shield so hard you will take no damage, but because essentially it's like every 2 turns she gets to spam her shield. It's got 100% uptime if you order your actions correctly, and yeah, it's pretty thick. All right, what other questions do I see floating around? Calibrating? Okay, calibrating is kind of complicated. Geez, so if you're familiar with, it's like a hybrid of Project NeuroCloud and like the way they did equipment in GFL1. So if you take a piece of equipment, maybe I have a decent one I can show this on. So the short answer is don't go crazy on this in the early game, right? And I'll show it here. Let's see. So this one's decent, right? Crit and attack boost. I'll calibrate it. The reason you don't go crazy on this is because it costs so much money. Like, look at this. 20,000. When you do this, what's going to happen is you're going to get a bunch of random stats. So these are the stats you rolled when you picked the item up. Attack, boost, crit, and health, right? It's going to give you a boost to these in like a random amount. So we calibrated this. So you're going to get, the first time you do it like this, it's always positive, right? You're always going to get positive stats. So 140 to health, 100 to attack, and 90 to crit. So these are going to be the new values. Cool. Awesome. That's great. And that's good because you get a lot of extra stats from doing this the first time. Now, every time you do it after this, it's going to re-roll these numbers, right? So, you know how it said 140% for health? It might lower that down to 90. Here, in fact, I'll do it one more time. It kind of hurts me to do this because this is kind of just like throwing away materials, but these numbers are going to get re-rolled and it's going to be random amounts, and you're just going to hope for it to overall be better. So in this case, it went down a little bit, right, from 140% to 130, and then the attack boost went down a lot. It went from 100% to 60. So essentially what happened is I lost 10% health and 40% attack for 50% crit. Now overall that's positive, right? That's an overall gain. But like I said, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's an overall loss, and it's just you just essentially wasted the resources. Then you can hit restore if you want to use the previous stats that you had, but you know, I haven't experimented enough with this, but I think over time you can slowly get it closer to maxed out completely. But like I said, with it being 20,000 Sardis gold to reroll every time, that is not advisable for like a very long time. In addition to that, you wouldn't want to reroll something with like health. You'd want to reroll. Yep, I want to confirm this. You'd want to reroll with something with like god tier stats, right? Like something that has like attack boost, crit, and crit damage or something. Like I don't have any of that, right? Yeah, this one's decent, but not good enough. So essentially, in the meantime, what you're going to do is you're going to just farm upgrades. Let's see if I can even find one. Yeah, these are really bad. The purple ones are a lot cheaper to let me show you real quick. And one other thing to note, the muzzle attachment is always one stat more than the others at max rarity, right? Okay, this is a bad example. Go back to Nemesis. So this is 4 stats. These will have 3. 3 stats, 3 stats, 3 stats, 4 stats. So, like I said, for these 3 stat ones, you probably want like 3 good. Like for example, a damage dealer wants 3 offensive stats, right? No surprise there. So you'd probably want like a attack, crit rate, crit damage, or attack, crit rate, attack boost, etc. And then you can worry about re-rolling it, and then you can like worry about min-maxing it. So, but that's like something you do late game. But what was I showing? I was showing that purples, if you just need like a budget item. Yeah, so if you go to Caliber, I'm not actually going to do this, but like you see, it's a lot cheaper. It's 3,000 instead of 20,000, and you'll still get like, you know, in this area worth of upgrades. So if you just need to slap some gear together, you can do that with some purple gear. I'm trying to see if I have any like attachments that I can like show you that are like would be worth kind of going quote all in on. I do not. So anyway, what you're gonna do is farm the max rank attachments here. These like orange attachments. You're gonna farm them until you get like some really good stats. This one's not too bad actually. Defense isn't ideal, but attack, crit rate, and attack boost. That's 3 good stats out of 4. That's pretty nice. So you would then re-roll that one maybe a little more aggressively and try and get like as much as you can into crit. Like I said, this one was nice because it got me a bunch of crit rate. Like 9% crit is pretty substantial. Because that puts her to 48% crit naturally. And then later on, she'll get this fortification that just essentially maxes it out, right? Every debuff on the target does another 20%, so. Yeah, that's calibrating in a nutshell. Let me see, what else? Let's see if there's other... I'm trying to comb through these questions and see if there's ones that are like worth going over, because some of these are like specific to the people who are asking. I'm looking for more general examples. Do you get the standard unit only on the 250 selector? And the answer to that would be yes. This is a one-time thing until, you know, supposedly they institute that other system. But once again, we have no idea when this happens. But once I did this in closed beta, so I can confirm that this is how this works. You pick the character you want off this, and then it's gone. It's a one-time only thing. So pick your favorite. Let's see what else. A lot of questions about rerolling. I don't know what the people's obsession with rerolling is, but I think they just like gambling secretly, and they just... I have a feeling that a lot of the people that reroll don't even play the game into the long term. Like, my guess is that they get bored of the game, whatever game it is. They get bored after like a couple months, and they leave. Maybe not even a couple months, maybe like 1 month. I have a feeling that they secretly just really want to gamble over and over again, and this is like a good excuse for them to do it. Like I said, when I was younger, I used to never think that gambling was like an addiction, right? Like alcoholism is pretty clearly an addiction. Being addicted to like heroin, yeah, that's pretty clear. But I used to kind of laugh when people would be like, "Oh, gambling addiction?" I was been like, "Dude, just don't gamble. Easy. Just don't go to the casino." Um, and then I kind of got into gotcha games, and then I saw the average person and how bad their self-control is. And I've totally changed my mind. Gambling addiction is definitely real, and a large portion of the people who play gacha games, I think, suffer from it. I would I would gamble money on that bet. All right, let's see. I'm looking for any more questions. People making fun of other people for not knowing how to read, which is a valid criticism. It is funny because I'm going over a lot of the stuff that's in the frequently asked questions section, but like despite it being in the frequently asked questions, it is literally asked nonstop, like a lot of these questions. I'm trying to pick out some of the ones that are a little harder to explain in a sentence. Alright, there's a question about the battle pass here. When you get these boxes here, you get to pick one of these as the reward from them, even on the standard side of the battle pass. The paid for side has just a slightly better version of it. But the question was like, what should you grab out of this? The short answer is whichever one you need. Mathematically, I think it's the stock bars that come out mathematically on the best. Like how much intel requires to farm it to get one on average, I think is higher than if you were to convert these collapse pieces into keys. Because like, so the first key refill of the day is 20. So let's say at the lowest or the best ratio, you spend 20. So essentially, 60 keys. You're getting 15 keys, or I'm sorry, intel. I keep calling them keys because of Project NeuroCloud. But you get 15 intel for 5 collapse piece. 15 intel will not even let you run it one time. So mathematically, it's better to go for like the stock bar boost, and I'm not 100% positive. I think it's also better for because this would be 20. This would be 20 intel to get 5 of these. So both of these are more efficient options, assuming you were going to do that. But if you just want to save the collapse pieces for like, you know, rolls on characters and stuff, that's fine too. But because like I said, eventually you'll get to a point where you'll have nothing better to do but farm materials, and it's like, then at this point it's like you might as well just take the collapse piece, because like you'll get to the point where it's like you just have so many of these lying around, you're just not going to need it. In the early game, the Stardust Gold actually isn't a terrible option either because you saw how expensive calibrating things are. But I don't think you would take Stardust Gold over Collapse Piece. So yeah, any of these are good, but whichever one you need the most, that's the correct answer. Kind of obvious, right? But like people want like a definitive. It's funny, really what they're asking is like what are the ratios? That's really what that question is asking deep down, but like he didn't want to do the math on it, so I just did it for him right there. Let's see. Yeah, more people asking about hoarding standard polls and other people ill-advising them on doing it. Like I said, you've heard my opinion on that. Don't do it. Maybe if you have a very like well-developed account, then go ahead and start saving them. But like, I would not save them in the early game. Tech support questions. People asking about how to do payments. Can't help you there. Sorry, bros. PayPal works just fine for me, so. A lot of questions about just like, here's my roster, what are the best characters? I kind of went over that already. Like, you can take the Groza team and just sub out Karalik for whatever your favorite character is that you got, and if you got Xiaomi, sub out Colfane instead. Okay, well, I'm not seeing any ones that jump out as like haven't been covered or like aren't getting like real easy answers. So I think we're gonna stop here for today. Where how we at? Oh wow, an hour and 45 minutes, just like out of nowhere. We're gonna end here for today. I wasted a lot of time rambling. I wasted a lot of time on some other stuff, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm only wasting my time. Nobody watches these. Thank you, Jesus. Cool. We're gonna end for the day there. I might make like an actual list of questions to just go over in a row instead of just like trying to scroll through this disaster of a chat. Props to the guys sitting here in this chat and answering them, because like that would wear on my patience, especially if it's like answered like literally like 2 minutes ago. So we're gonna end for here for today. I will catch you guys in the next one. I don't know if I'll be able to stream the next day or not, but maybe we will. So we will check in with everyone later. Have a good one.